Welcome to week 4. This week we'll be exploring a theory proposed by another one of Sigmund Freud's collaborators and students named Alfred Adler. Like Jung, he was a part of Freud's inner group, and also like Jung, he developed differences of opinion, very profound ones, with Freud's ideas. Freud was not very tolerant of that kind of independence on the part of his students, so he broke with Freud, as did many of his followers. He developed his own ideas, which, when I first read Alfred Adler as a student in graduate school, I found it kind of refreshing. His approach was pretty straightforward. It kind of matched with some of my thoughts and ideas about the way human beings function. He was profoundly interested in the way individuals operate, but he was also really focused on how people become interwoven into their communities and the way in which just feeling like a productive member of your social circle is an important, critical part of human healthy functioning. Adler moves away from both Freud and Jung in terms of really looking at both the physical and social context of the person. Part of this has to do with his cultural context. Like Freud and Jung, he was a Western European, highly educated, medically educated, but he was a little bit different in terms of having feet on the ground and looking at people who were managing their own challenges and working hard to overcome them. He had a very European idea that, people, in order to become fully developed and to become successful, need to be constructive in their approach to their lives, their interactions, and their careers and their work. And they also need to be socially committed. One of the most famous ideas that he proposed was the idea of the inferiority complex. Like a lot of Freudian ideas, the term inferiority complex has kind of become embedded in Western cultural values, and we kind of, toss that term around. So you'll hear more about that, and you'll learn how he intended the use of that concept in his theories. One of my favorite Adlerian concept is the idea of social interest. And this was very different from Freud and Jung. It shows an openness that Adler had to thinking about human beings in terms of their social nature. He felt that human beings, in order to be their most positive, really needed to be connected to and committed to the world around them and to the human beings that surround them as well. So I hope you enjoy Adler. I look forward to your comments on perusal.